There is a great war going on right now, and you've probably seen takes from both sides all over social media of people arguing which type of Paper Mario is better. The old generation arguing for 64 and the Thousand-Year Door, and the new generation arguing for the brand new trilogy of Paper Mario Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King. I guess Super Paper Mario is kind of like in the middle here. And both fan bases are kind of just like fighting each other and just beating each other up, which I just don't understand. It's ridiculous. They're calling the Thousand-Year Door fans toxic and just blinded by nostalgia, and then the Sticker Star fans are being called new fans of Paper Mario that don't know what they're talking about, and that this is the only games that they've grown up with, so that's the reason they like them, and all this stuff. It's just back and forth, and it's just quite honestly ridiculous. Now, I'm someone who really much loves Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door, and grew up with the game, and yes, a lot of it is nostalgia, but also I just loved every element about that game, from the story, the combat, the characters, all of it in between. But at the same time, I'm also someone who's played every single other Paper Mario game in multiple times, and can say confidently that I enjoy them all. Each of them, even Sticker Star, hold a special place in my heart, and it's okay if you prefer one of the games over the others or a certain style, but at the same time, you should be able to respect what everyone likes. It's okay to be upset and want something to change the way it used to be, and want Paper Mario to maybe go back to the way you like it. Maybe people that grew up with this new style is all they know, and it's all they enjoy. So today, I'm going to dive into this whole debate and really talk to you guys about what the heck is going on in the first place, as a lot of you might not understand what the debate is even about. But before we get started, if you enjoyed today's video, stop what you're doing, leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Paper Mario and Nintendo in general. It helps out so much more than you think. Seriously, just stop what you're doing, as a lot of you guys watching this video right now are still not yet subscribed. So thank you guys so much for subscribing recently. You've been showing so much massive support, but let's jump into the video. So what started this war off in the first place, and what is it even about? Well, let me kind of sum it up for you guys. The very first game in the series, Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64, which you can actually now play on Switch Online, was the very first game of the series, and it was pretty much a turn-based RPG for Mario that also had overworld exploration, with partner characters at your side, and also tons of unique enemies, characters, NPCs, bosses, the whole lot. Sprinkle on a unique story with tons of unique locations, you got yourselves not only a really good RPG game, but a great Mario spin-off. Then some years later, on the Nintendo GameCube, we get Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door, a game that takes everything that made the first one so great and just absolutely blows it out of the water, with probably the most unique characters, locations, and story that we've ever gotten from the entire series. This game is very important because it is the last time we got a Paper Mario game with this same style, with this same type of world and characters and art style, and even the battle system will change forever after this game, and that's why a lot of people kind of abandoned the series or really didn't enjoy anything else that came after it. Then a couple years later on the Wii, Nintendo introduces a brand new style of Paper Mario, finally changing the series for the first time ever, being Super Paper Mario, being a 2D side-scrolling adventure game that didn't even have RPG elements really. Yes, you could technically level up Mario, but there was no turn-based strategy battle system. Instead, it was just jumping and clobbering enemies the same way Mario has been doing for years, but more of a puzzle platformer this time around, with more exploration involved. This is where we started to see the battle system change forever, especially considering the fact that Super Paper Mario never really had a battle system. But this isn't really where the arguments have been starting. Pretty much Super Paper Mario fans are in their own same boat, and they're just enjoying the game. No one's really telling them that it's bad or that it's good. They're just kind of doing their own thing. Personally, I love Super Paper Mario. It still had very unique story and very unique characters as well, and I thought the worlds were super fun to traverse, even though it wasn't technically an RPG. With Super Paper Mario kind of in the middle and in the sidelines here, we introduced the first game in the brand new trilogy of Paper Mario games, being Paper Mario Sticker Star on the 3DS, and this is where the fan divide officially started. This game changes everything we know about Paper Mario. It doesn't have unique locations or unique characters of that matter. Most of the characters are just toads with different colors, and that's about as far as you're going to get with character diversity. And the gameplay itself was not appealing to a lot of people, as the battle system now introduced a brand new mechanic called stickers, where you could collect these stickers in order to attack with them, which meant you couldn't do damage if you didn't find certain stickers out in the overworld, which also meant that there was really no leveling up whatsoever and no reason to fight any of the enemies, and for the most part, the worlds and characters were simplified as well. You had your basic water, lava, jungle areas, and for the most part, it was a more grounded Paper Mario game. Is it as terrible and horrible as people make it out to be? Nowhere near. I actually still found a lot of fun out of this game, especially for a 3DS game that a lot of people have to remember. This game would also introduce things. Yes, they're actually called things, which were hyper-realistic objects that you could stickerize and use them in battle, which would be extremely OP in certain situations. You needed very specific things in order to defeat bosses, which also made people a little upset. And then a couple years later, we had Paper Mario Color Splash, which ultimately felt like a Sticker Star sequel, but on the Wii U. Now, this game looked absolutely amazing, and I actually think it's not bad at all. It still has the things, which it is what it is, but the worlds were actually more dynamic and more unique, with fun little moments that were sprinkled all in this game. And also, yes, instead of stickers returning, you do have cards, which are like playing cards that you collect instead of stickers. It's pretty much the exact same thing, which once again doesn't give Mario any reason to fight enemies, because at the end of the day, there's no point. All you gotta do is collect some really good cards and push your way to the boss of each area. As you can see if you're paying attention, some of the soul from Paper Mario was starting to disappear, and the fan base was starting to divide, where some people wanted that classic feeling Paper Mario battle system where it's just a turn-based strategy. You take turns hitting each other, there's no cards or stickers. Also, the lack of original characters and original worlds and story kind of hurt people in the long run. Then we get Paper Mario the Origami King on the Nintendo Switch, which felt like the end of a modern-day Paper Mario trilogy. And personally, I think Paper Mario Origami King is great. And honestly, I'd say it's one of the best. Seriously, as someone who loves the Thousand-Year Door, I absolutely loved and adored Origami King. It has fun, unique locations with a kind of unique story this time around. It isn't just taking out Bowser to save Peach. They kind of change it all completely and have all the enemies and characters all turned into origami, which turns them into like zombie soldiers, which is really cool. On top of the awesome worlds and storytelling, the game just looked absolutely phenomenal. You could feel like every structure, every character, every object in the game was just perfectly crafted and made to look like pieces of cut paper, and it was just amazing. And the battle system would change yet again, not being stickers or cards, but instead being this giant multi-sectional ring that you can move left, right, and back and forth as well in order to organize enemies in a specific order in order to maximize your damage output, which kind of brought it back to the classic Paper Mario feel, because after you lined them up, you could choose whether you use your boots or your hammer and then just pretty much go to town on them. With boss battles, you'll actually make your way from the outside of the ring to the inside, which was really cool, and to me was some of the best boss battles in the entire series. Making your way to specific markers on the field and battling the boss pretty much any way that you want. There's multiple ways to take out these, yeah, they're office supplies, school supplies, whatever you want to call them, but at the same time, they're really cool. Don't knock it till you try it. And that's pretty much been the issue. People have been begging for Nintendo to return back to those first two games where you had unique worlds, unique characters, partners, and even a basic battle system that just made Paper Mario so much fun. But at the same time, there's people that grew up with these new Paper Marios, with Sticker Star, Color Splash, and even Origami King, who enjoy this new type of fancy battle system and this new take on it, that don't want to return back to the original. Then something happened to spark more outrage within this community. That's right, Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door got a remake announcement coming to the Nintendo Switch, and it felt like an absolute pipe dream of a wish for Paper Mario, and it finally happened. So let's take a look at the different sides here. Some people don't quite understand the level of how amazing this is right now for old school Paper Mario fans. Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door is one of the most beloved Nintendo games of all time. Yes, I know a lot of people might say that's a little bit of an overhyping of a very simplistic game. At the same time, I can understand that, but this game just had something that Mario games in general didn't really have at the time. It had a unique world and a story unlike any other. It was more deeper and darker and crazier than anything that we've ever seen from Mario before. It introduced so many brand new and returning enemies and had so many fun worlds to explore other than the same areas that we have been seeing time and time again, with green hills and blue oceans and red lava areas. With this exciting cast of characters and unique locations, it had a basic battle system that was fun and it worked. And at the time, with the Paper Mario team pretty much saying that they wanted to move forward with Paper Mario and have, you know, less unique characters pretty much, it seemed like an absolute pipe dream that this would ever happen again, or a game like the Thousand Year Door ever again. And after so long and so many games that just wasn't like this one, we finally got this game back. Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door coming to Switch in a complete brand new remake. I mean, seriously, you just gotta sit and understand, even if you're a fan of some of the newer Paper Mario games, this is just such a big deal. It showed us that after all these years, Nintendo was listening, and they do care about us old Paper Mario fans. And whether this means that Paper Mario is now officially going to go back to the way it used to be, which I'm sorry, I kind of hope it does, but at the same time, it just shows that Nintendo wants to put love and charm in their game again. They want unique characters with unique costumes and attitudes and, you know, backstories and all that. And they want unique locations and unique story again. That's just something that I think we can all agree would be a really nice addition to have in modern Paper Marios again. So on the point of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, it's kind of wrong and hard to tell people that are fans of this game that they're just overhyping it, that it just isn't that good. It's extremely overrated, when a lot of you guys haven't played the game for one, and thank God you can now, because man, finding a copy on the internet is brutal. But also, if it's something that a lot of people love and a lot of people find to be a very unique and fun experience, then it's hard to say that something's overrated. Especially when we still haven't seen a game like this original, with unique characters, worlds, and storytelling in a very, very long time. Yes, at the same time, this is our moment for Thousand Year Door fans, and we deserve to be hype and excited and super excited through the roof over something like this. I mean, we never thought this could happen, and it's just such a great return for us, but we can't bash people who enjoy other games as well. For those Sticker Star, Color Splash, and even Origami King fans, let them enjoy the game. Those games are just as good in their own rights, they just do things a lot different. Hey, Super Paper Mario fans. Hey, trust me, I'm with you. You know, this is not a lot of room for you in this video. It just, you're not needed. But don't worry, there is a special video coming for this game alone. You get your own video. Just wait on that. Sticker Star and Color Splash for sure get the most hate. And is it all deserved? Not really. The games still are a lot of fun to play through. They're a lot of fun to go around the world collecting stickers and cards, and using them in combat still can be fun. And the thing objects are pretty cool sometimes, even though they're extremely overpowered, and when you use them in the right situation within the right boss, it feels really rewarding sometimes, especially when you've already collected them. And Color Splash might have some basic looking characters like the same colored toads everywhere just with like a hat on, but at the same time they have some amazing looking set pieces. Like the whole chapter with the boat and the Violet Island was something that I will always remember because it was just a beautiful location. Not to mention it was a beautiful game to look at, and the music was so good in this game. Paper Mario the Origami King, I will defend this game to death. I think this game is a great display of unique worlds and fun characters, even though they're not as unique as some of the first two games. I actually found the battling and the bosses to be tons of fun, and going around these bigger worlds to collect things that are hidden was also a lot of fun. On the side of the modern Paper Mario games, how in the world can anyone just straight up tell us that these games aren't fun and that we shouldn't enjoy them? It's just completely wrong, because these games can definitely be a lot of fun, and some of them have left very long impressions and memories in my mind, and I just absolutely love some of the moments that actually went on in these games. Not to mention Origami King's music, literally the best soundtrack in probably the entire series. Look, these games might be very different than the originals. That might be the case, but to downright put them down and say they're not even good is just wrong. And honestly, I feel like just with a little tweaking, this could be peak Paper Mario. Yes, as someone that is a humongous fan of old Paper Mario, I still love and cherish all the new ones as well, as they all have moments that will live with me forever. Paper Mario has been such an important series to all of us for so many years. All the way back on the original Nintendo 64, Paper Mario and its charm warmed our hearts and moved into our homes as it brought us tons of joy and excitement exploring the multiple worlds and characters that join Mario on this journey. And throughout that journey, it took many different twists and turns and winding roads to do lots of different things that some people ended up loving and some people ended up hating. It's just life. That's what makes us human. We have opinions and we have preferences, so it's completely okay to like what you want. But it's not okay to tell people that they can't like what they like. Someone that does hope that we can return to more classic Paper Mario games like 64 and the Thousand-Year Door in the future, I'm still very much glad of the games that we did get. And every game has greatness in their own rights. I mean, if we could take every single Paper Mario game and fold them all together into one massive Paper Mario experience with little bits and pieces from every single game, it would be an amazing video game. Let's not blast each other, let's not put each other down and make each other feel bad for liking a certain game or a certain series, because at the end of the day, we're all Paper Mario fans, no matter what direction the series went in. Let's just be loving to one another and be glad that we can still enjoy this series together today and look forward to more games in this series in the future.